a defect run. Maybe we will have better luck than the silent. Alright, 3 potions, remove a card, get a rare colorless card, or swap out for a boss relic. Swapping out for a boss relic is bad because we have Cracked Core, which is one of the best starting relics. Maybe behind Burning Blood, but maybe in front of Burning Blood, to be honest. Like, Burning Blood is really useful in Act 1, but like not very useful in Act 3, whereas Cracked Core is like always good. It does also scale down in Act 3, but like you need that Lightning Orb. Removing a card from your deck is bad as a Meow option, almost always, because you want to remove strikes, but then you have to be able to beat Gremlin Knob, and you can't beat Gremlin Knob if you remove your strikes. Adding 3 random potions is kind of neat. It's a little bit worse after you get to Ascension something, 11, because you don't have 3 potion slots anymore, so you have to choose. Also, it's kind of deceptive because when you get 3 random potions, your potion drop chance is still 40%, so you have to like start drinking potions immediately. And you don't really need potions in the like floor 1 hallway fight generally as defect. So like choosing 3 random potions does give you an advantage, right? And it helps you if you like are forced into a 4 fight path, but it's less good than you would think it would be. So we're probably going to take the rare colorless card here. As defect, we're mostly looking for Hand of Greed. There's a couple other ones that are okay. Defect can do some pretty good stuff with magnetism. Defect's probably the best magnetism class because of the pre-existing power synergy stuff and the zero cost synergy stuff. But I'm never super happy to take magnetism from this option. We could also get Sadistic Nature, which is something. Panacea is pretty good on defect. Or not Panacea, Panache. Panache, the card where you play 5 cards a turn. Defect is definitely able to pull that off. Probably better than any other class. Maybe Silent is better. So I think we're taking this option and hoping for Hand of Greed. There's Hand of Greed. Wow, really good options. These are like 3 of the best ones. It's hard not to just snap pick Hand of Greed because I did call that shot. Panacea is great, but it's not an option from this. It's an uncommon colorless card. It is super good in specifically defect though because of Biascog. Do we ever take Apotheosis or Sadistic Nature? Sadistic Nature is pretty hard to make go on defect. And Apotheosis, Apotheosis I consider to be like a situational card, which puts it in kind of an awkward place as a rare colorless card. I pretty much will only take Apotheosis from a store, and generally I'll only take it if I'm like a little bit behind on upgrades. What it does is great, but you only need it if you're not getting good upgrades, and I would rather take Hand of Greed, get a bunch of money, and then get good upgrades. So Hand of Greed helps us a lot with early fights, and so let's do that. Alright, this is a Greed run. So how do we... So Greed. We want to go to a late shop if we can. There's one. We don't want to go to this early shop because we don't have enough money yet. So if we're going to this shop, we probably want to hit these 2 fires, which means fighting this elite. And then that one. So we're getting 2 in the act. Seems okay. It's Hexaghost again. He was our boss last time, although we didn't reach him. So we're probably doing this route. 3 fights is our easy pool. There's an argument to be made to do 4 fights with a Hand of Greed. I think the best arguments for that route are like Blue Slaver and Red Slaver. Blue Slaver and Red Slaver, you can generally get into a position where you can Hand of Greed them. I think the worst arguments for that fight is Gang of Gremlins. Technically, you could get 4 procs of Hand of Greed in that fight, but you could also just die. So, I think we're going to take the question marks. If we run into a fight here, we'll probably take the 3 question mark route, so that we're only doing the easy pool. Alright. So we want to set him up. Gang of Slimes is also quite dangerous, yeah. We want to set him up and then Hand of Greed him, which we can do right now. Great. Give me that money. Yeah, 5 procs. That's what's going to happen in Gang of Slimes. Sure. Floor 1 Glacier is amazing. It's a little bit scary to pick Glacier because of Gremlin Knob. But we do have Hand of Greed, so we've got balanced offense and defense. Hand of Greed Glacier also gives us a really strong defect identity. Oh wow, we have already gotten a fight, okay. What is with Slay the Spire giving me super early question mark fights today? There's something to be said for having Hand of Greed and Glacier in the same deck, and so now, like, if we see a Turbo, we could take that. I think we're actually going to skip Zap. Zap puts the fight on a timer. And I want to Hand of Greed him to death. He can't block for enough to survive Hand of Greed. So I'm going to skip Zap. Okay. Glacier Defend is our max block. Almost blocking out. Yeah, great. The Greed. The Greed. Okay, Steam Barrier costs 0. Costing 0 is great. Claw also costs 0. Cool-Headed kind of is the opposite of costing 0. It costs 1 and gives you another card you need to play. Oh crap, Exercise. Oh man. Oh B-Mod. Why'd you do it to me? Fun fact, I had 8 Exercise built up from last time. So now we're up to 12. Oh wait, you added 4? Yeah, so we're up to 12. Whoops. So the things that cost 0 are good because we have a Glacier and a Hand of Greed. If we get those in a hand, we need some low cost stuff to go with it so that we can play the cards. I don't like picking Claws very much, especially since I'm already like disincentivized to pick a bunch of card draw because of the expensive cards. So I think we're gonna go with Steam Barrier. Steam Barrier is setting off my "you're gonna get killed by Gremlin Knob" alarm a little bit though. So maybe we do pick Claw just to have some damage. If we pick Claw, then things like the card that makes the next card you play go on top of your deck get better. The one that I was confused with Headbutt. And maybe that's good with Glacier. It's kind of good with Hand of Greed too. So we could Hand of Greed somebody that's set up for Hand of Greed and the other guy too, if it's an AoE fight. So there's a little bit of cross synergy between Claw and the 2 expensive things. Because like the expensive things are just good to play, so you want to play them multiple turns in a row, and Claw is good to play multiple turns in a row. Alright, yeah, I think I'll pick a Claw. Ah, man, I always miss Steam Barrier when I don't have it, though. Steam Barrier is really good. It's really only good, though, if you can get it upgraded, and I think our first upgrade is probably going to Hand of Greed. It's a pretty big upgrade. So I think we'll go Claw. Okay. Oh, here's an upgrade, great. I'll take the aforementioned Hand of Greed upgrade. Get even more money. Okay, so we did encounter a fight here, so we don't want to go left because then this would be our last easy pool fight, and then we get a hard pool fight here and we could die, so we'll go for another question mark. It's not the best question mark I've ever seen, because if we get Golden Idol or something, we will lose some current HP, but whatever. It is what it is. Okay. Did I already skip a card reward? I feel like B-Mod just redeemed Exercise and then I immediately ignored it, so I'm gonna go do one now. Nah, the table out of the way is a trivial amount of exercise. Man, I'm feeling those. We were in Yosemite, so did a bunch of hiking, and yeah, now my legs hurt. Okay. Yeah, I guess we take the max HP. Oh wait, aren't we going to a shop later? Yeah, I don't want to carry the regret through 3 fights though. So we'll take the max HP. All right. Claw's good here. We'll set him to 11, so that's 2 strikes next turn. Set him to 8, that's 2 strikes if we're weak for some reason. Alright, looks like strike, strike, defend. Take 2. Still first strike lethal next turn. Oh yeah, hand of greed. Forgot that was... totally forgot this was a greedy deck. Should have tried to greed both, probably. We could take a second claw. If you're gonna play claws, kind of makes sense to play 2. Defrag's great though, I love defrag. We already have a Glacier too, so we're pretty well set up for having Frost Orbs block. I think Glacier is the presumptive pick here. Really just considering Claw, because I already have one. Okay, so who's this elite going to be? I think the scariest elite right now is probably Sentries. Sentries always mess up. Defect is the random targeting. Hand of Greed probably gets 2 procs in that fight, which is pretty good. So I don't think we're super afraid of Sentries. Claws is better than Defrag for Hexaghost, because we might be a little bit too slow in Hexaghost right now. Or we're definitely too slow right now, but we might be too slow by the time we get there. And Defrag doesn't really speed us up, because we don't have any Lightning Orb generation. I think Defrag is mostly like an Act 3 pick. It's a pretty good Act 3 pick, though. Alright, I'll take it. 1 Lagavulin, please. Okay. Hoping to get Defrag set up before we split him. We can't play Zap without waking him up because we played Glacier. So we'll just get Defrag next turn. Oh yeah, and set up a Claw, I suppose. Not a great wake up, but we did get the Defrag. Glacier blocks for a lot, Hand of Greed does a lot of damage. Let's go for the Hand of Greed. Alright, I think we're just trying to block until Hand of Greed comes back here. So these block for 6, so we can actually block out with triple defend. I think at least 2 are happening. And maybe the last one's a strike. Hand of Greed too soon. Yeah, we can't get a kill from here. Okay, so earliest Hand of Greed could come back is in 2 turns. So we'd have to survive him next turn. He's taking 4 damage a turn, so if he's surviving 2 turns of that, he's taking 12 damage, so we don't want to put him below 12, ideally. It doesn't seem like that's a big danger here, so I think we'll just do the max damage we can. Glacier does a ton of blocking here. And so hopefully we can Hand of Greed him next turn. This is greedy. This is what happens to me whenever I play Hand of Greed. I get greedy. It's like, it says it right there in the name, obviously. That's what you do, but... Okay, so if we double defend, these block for 6, this blocks for 6, so we block for 12 and take 8. Will we take 8 to get a 5 out of 8 chance of 25 gold? let's see, 25 times 5 divided by 8 is 15.6 gold on average. We're only fighting 2 elites, so we have 2 fires after this guy. So I think using our health as a resource pretty aggressively is correct. Plus we have Hexaghost, so the more health we bring into that fight, the more he hurts us. So I think we're gonna go for it. Obviously we have lethal there too, but... no hand of greed here. We don't need it. It's guaranteed next turn, so... Okay. Ooh, there's an Echo Form. Give me one good reason why I shouldn't snap pick Echo Form right now. We have Defrag, got Claw. We're in great shape for an Echo Form. Stack and Rip and Tear are up against Echo Form. That doesn't really seem fair. Yeah, I think I'm taking Echo Form over pretty much any other card there. Okay, so we probably want to upgrade the Echo Form, right? Actually, no. Maybe upgraded Echo Form doesn't do anything. Maybe we'll upgrade the Defrag. Yeah, let's upgrade Defrag. We have a block pot, so we should be able to play Echo Form whenever we see it, if we need to. Blue Slaver is our first hard pool fight. We don't get lethal here unless this power is, like, biased cog. Let's see, what's our potion thing at? So we've gotten 2 potions. We have fought. One of these was a fight. So 3 fights for... This means we're here now. Yeah, we've fought 4 fights. We've gotten 2 potions, so it went... So we're up to like 60% potion space, so we should use a potion here if we can. Power potion seems like a big bullet to spend. So maybe we just block pot, strike hand greed. It's only blocking for 8 though. If it's Echo Form, we also get him with hand greed. Oh wait, no, that's not true. That's not how Echo Form works on the turn you play it. Also missing Centennial Puzzle proc. Yeah, okay. It's blocking for 3. How do you get that? Didn't it block for 8? But we used all of our energy on attacking. I guess I'll just take lethal, right? Did I just deprive myself of lethal by playing the defend? So we got 8 damage here, 10... Yep, deprive myself lethal. I guess we're trying to proc Hand of Greed then. So we'll put him low so we can kill him in emergency. And then draw 8. Currently blocking for 7, these are blocking for 4, we could block for 4 more with that. That blocks out, seems good. Develop on Hand of Greed, there he is. Alright, well that was kind of expensive. Recycle is good, we've got lots of expensive stuff and an Echo Form. Is Recycle good with Echo Form? I feel like you can get your deck down to 0 cards really well, but... yeah, that's true, we did have the opportunity to block there. I think you're probably right. I think we probably should have played like Hand of Greed Defend on turn 1 and then Block Pot on turn 2, when it would have actually blocked for more. We also would have activated the Centennial Puzzle earlier. Recycle is good, but is it good enough to pick? We do have a Claw, so if we get the deck down to 5 cards and play Claws every turn with Echo Form, that seems pretty lethal. Okay, I'll give it a shot. This is among the earliest recycles I would ever pick. Floor 8 recycle. So I think you'd need a serious justification to pick recycle this early, but I think we have that because we have Echo Form and Hand of Greed in Glacier. Okay. Ooh, hey, that's really good. We were like right about to go to a shop. I'll take it. Okay, so now this shop is healing us to 40, so we can actually take an upgrade at this fire. I think we feel pretty comfortable at 40. Recycle's got an excellent upgrade. Really important to get that upgraded if you can. Zap and Dualcast also have good upgrades, although that actually makes them worse recycle targets. Like we're just taking recycle. All right. 300 gold, Act 1 shop. Ooh, medical kits here. Upgrade claw. So when I see medical kit, I start thinking medical kit and what else, right? Medical kit's kind of insane. We also have turbo. Medical kit and turbo kind of go together. Not really. We should almost always buy medical kit, right? Any argument against medical kit? We can't buy transmutation if we buy medical kit. I don't think we were going to buy that anyway. We can't buy data disc. Data disc is really good. There's an argument. So okay, so what's the whole shop look like if we buy a medical kit? It's probably like medical kit, card remove, cool-headed or something. Maybe the turbo. Okay. So cool-headed plus card remove is 103 gold plus the turbo. Actually, we can't afford that. We're off by, what, 2 gold? Oh wait, no, 10 gold. So we have to economize a little bit more than that. We can definitely do data disk, card remove, cool head. Medical kit is really making me say like, hey, we could actually get like a unceasing top thing going here. We don't have unceasing top, obviously, but it's silly to build around an uncommon relic that you don't have. But medical kit is always good. And we're about to go fight Hexaghost, who puts a bunch of burns in your deck. Being able to get rid of those would be very nice. Yeah, I think data disk is nice, but not good enough to go up against medical kit here. So it's going to be medical kit, cool head, card remove, probably. I guess this is cool head versus turbo. They kind of do the opposite thing. Cool headed is like you spend 1 energy and it's card draw neutral. Turbo is you gain 2 energy and it's like negative card draw. So like cool headed can draw expensive stuff and make your hand impossible to play. Turbo makes it pretty much guaranteed that your hand is playable. That seems pretty important given that we have Echo Form and we're a 3 energy deck. Yeah, we've got lots of expensive stuff. If we don't need it, we can recycle it. Although you don't get anything out of recycling. It's a lot of energy manipulation for an Act 1 deck. Recycle and a turbo. Sounds like a lot of cards that don't do anything. And Gremlin Knob is not a fan. But I think we're okay against Gremlin Knob, so I'm going to buy turbo. Give me the most expensive cards you have, please. Zap and Dualcast coming out on turn 1 against Gremlin Knob is amazing. Alright, we might be able to greed on him. Okay, so Claw's always happening. Got a bunch of action going on here. We can, so if we like recycle, defrag, glacier, defend, what happens? So we end up like 3 skills, so he gets 9, strength, 9 plus his regular 16 is 25. 25 is going to do an extra 6 damage. Or wait, that's not true. An extra 12 damage, so he's going to do 37 damage. And then we're going to be blocking for 7, 12 plus 8, so we're blocking for 20. So we end up taking 17. I said the number 17, but now like all the math has vanished from my head, so I don't feel like that's a justified thing at all. We could just play Echo Form, and then he doesn't gain any strength, and he hits us for 24. Okay, sorry, I'm gonna do all the math again. So he hits us he goes from 25 to 37. We block for 7, 12, plus 8. Oh, I see. So 20 versus 37 is the 17. Okay. What if we just play Defrag Glacier, and that's it? And we're only playing one skill. He gains 3 strength, goes from 16 to 19. 19 gets an extra 9 damage. He goes to 27. Or, no, 28. We block for 15. 28 minus 15 is 13, so we end up blocking for a net 9. That seems good. So we take less damage this turn, and we still set up for the... did I say 4 strength? I mean, he went from 16 to 19 in my math, so I think I did the math right, even if I said 4 out loud. Which is very possible. Yeah, I think we'll just do Defrag Glacier. Aw, man, Hand of Greed isn't here. What the hell? We have Lethal with the Explosive Pot. I was including Defend originally. I was like, recycle, Defrag Glacier, Defend. Okay, so he's hitting us for 28. Do we survive this if we double defend? He has got 3 strength now, and if we double defend, he goes up to 9 strength. So he goes from 16 to 25. 25 gets an extra 12. Goes to 37 again. He's hitting us for 37. We've got 10 block, so we're at 29, so we die. Yeah, I don't think there's any way we don't die. Darn. Well, we'll give it a good shot. Oop, not that one, this one. Meat on the bone's great. Okay, reprogram Equilibrium and Blizzard. We've got a Glacier to support the Blizzard a little bit. Recycle is also probably good in the, Did I forget to include the orbs? I think you're right, I think I did. Hey, Shaodin. How's it going? Yeah, so you're right, I would have survived. I could have tried to feed on him. I think not feeding on him is a pretty defensible decision. Would have been expensive. Meat on the Bone into Hexaghost is kind of awkward, because we're going to like get our health bumped up, and we're going to be like, no, keep it down. I feel like Blizzard is such a trap. I pick Blizzard a lot of the time when it's offered, and I always feel like, oh my god, why do I have this attack that does 2 AoE damage? Oh really? Okay. Yeah, that's right, because we would have been at... oh wait, yeah, we were at 29, so we would have gained 8 and go to 37, yep. I guess I'm glad we didn't do it. Okay. Equilibrium is a card. Is there any reason we want to retain our hand particularly? It sets up Hand of Greed, recycle. Sets up turbo turns too. It's also just an expensive card that we can play with turbo. I don't really like Equilibrium with Echo Form though, because you end up like being like, well, I want to block, but I don't really want to retain my hand for 2 turns. So that part's a bit silly. I should probably pick it though, right? My only defensive card is Glacier. We've got lots of garbage. So it's good to have something solid to block. Extra hallway fight or extra question mark? I think extra question mark. The Golden Idol's really good right now. Extra chest is pretty good too. Nunchaku is energy manipulation. Wasn't planning on playing a ton of attacks. I do have a claw. Question marks are good, particularly Act 2 question marks. They're not always your priority, but typically they are. We can Hand of Greed, recycle a defend, and then play Glacier, which kills the more threatening one and blocks out, and gets rid of a defend. I guess we're gonna play all the cards. Strike helps set up Nunchaku. I don't want to kill him without Hand of Greed though, unless I have to. So I think we're gonna hold the zap. Just does an extra 8 damage we don't need. Okay, I'm not seeing Hand of Greed here. So I don't want to retain this hand particularly. I forgot about the dual cast, so we accidentally killed him. Or I forgot about the Echo Form. Oops. Double energy. We have quite a bit of energy manipulation stuff. A recycle and a turbo. And quite a bit of expensive stuff too. Very early for a double energy. Double energy has to be wrong, right? I don't know. I feel like double energy pushes me over the breaking point where it's like, where now we can like pick a bunch of card draw and try and do infinite stuff. Is it ever infinite? No, it exhausts, obviously. But it pushes us over the boundary where we could pick some card draw and like go find our Hand of Greed. No, I think this is just a skip. I think double energy is probably worse than skip. I think beam cell's bad too. Sweeping beam could be good. Maybe we're already over that point where we could pick some card draw. But beam, what's it called? Sweeping beam is just like not a great card. Sweeping beam. Oh wait, that was the last Act 1 fight. It helps with Nunchaku, helps with AOE fights. I'm not too worried about Act 2 AOE fights. I mean, obviously, like, Slavers is a really dangerous Act 2 AOE fight, but Sweeping Beam is not really very effective against Slavers. Beam Cell is fine, but we don't really have the attacks to back it up. It's not really how we're doing damage. I mean, we do have Hand of Greed, so that's something. If we could get it upgraded, I think that's reasonable. But the upgrade is probably going on... What is the upgrade going on? Huh. Maybe we do need to pick something here and get it upgraded. I think current best upgrade is probably Zap, which is pretty weak. Equilibrium's upgrade is not amazing. In fact, that's one of the worst upgrades in the game, probably. 3 extra block on a 2 energy card. 1.5 block per energy. Yikes. Yeah, we've got all the important upgrades, so maybe we should pick Beam Cell. Getting too vulnerable. If we pick Beam Cell, then Echo Form, Hand of Greed does 25 plus 12 is 37, so it does 74 damage. It's a lot of damage. It was already doing 50 though. Double energy is fun, but it's hard for me to imagine double energy is the highest win rate pick here. Maybe we should upgrade Turbo. Turbo's got a pretty decent upgrade. Yeah, I think we skip these and upgrade Turbo is the right answer. Okay. For Vroom. Rev that engine. Alright, we could recycle a defend right off the bat. Or we could equilibrium to try and hold on to the defend. So we equilibrium, recycle a strike, and Hand of Greed. We're probably playing at least one of these potions, so let's play the power potion now. Maybe we get something cool. There's an Echo Form. I think we've played Bias Cog right now. We've probably run out of focus before the end of the fight, which is bad. So let's just take a little bonus Echo Form here. And do that line that I was talking about. Okay. Alright, we have Echo Form up. So probably want to just quad defend here. Block for 20. And play the Claw, obviously. We could just play the Claw and block for 15. Take 3 to get an extra Claw proc. Yeah, I guess it's turn 2, so getting extra Claws going is probably a good idea. Plus, I just inherently like lines that are balancing offense and defense. Makes me happy. We got Echo Form and Glacier with no energy manipulation, so we're kind of forced to just play Echo Form. Alternately, we could just play double defrag. It's the most important card to Echo Form anyway, so we can just do it now. So that'd be like double defrag Glacier. We don't really need 2 stacks of Echo Form in this fight, I don't think. So let's do that. Talk Hexaghost. Let's get rid of that burn. Oh wait, we have Echo Form. We don't want to play burn twice. That's a big mistake you can do. We want to play Claw twice. Well, this turbo upgrade has been very helpful so far. Turbo plus double strike Glacier. Seems fine. Double strike's gonna give us an energy. Maybe we double strike Equilibrium. Hold the Glacier. I think he's only attacking for like 6 times 2 next turn, so we don't like need a ton of block next turn. So I'm not sure what the point of playing Equilibrium is exactly. But whatever, I'll do that. Gives me more options next turn. Probably don't need those options, but I have them. Oh, I got the thing wrong. Double-handed greed, burn, obviously. Recycle, defend. Yeah, I think recycle or defend is correct. We could double Glacier now if we want, or sorry, we could Glacier to rotate the 2 orbs. I'm not sure what the value of that is exactly. If we could get a randomly generated Blizzard, then we would want to have played the Glacier now. If we get randomly generated Loop, we probably want to not play the Glacier because we want the Frost Orb in front. If we get Zap next turn, we want to have played the Glacier so we can play the Zap without losing a Frost Orb. We have Dual Cast next turn, so we should set the Lightning Orb in front. Great. Okay, cool. So we're blocked out, did a bunch of damage, zap, and I guess I could recycle a defend to play Equilibrium with 0 cards in hand. It's kind of fun. I'm retaining my nothing of a hand. Okay, so he's not vulnerable, so double-handed greed does not kill him. But it's not far off. We're drawing exactly these cards next turn. Triple Strike is going to be the line, and it's not going to be enough damage. We're doing 14 damage with Lightning Orb, so that's going to be, he's down to 22. Triple Strike is 18 damage. Actually, it is enough. Huh. What do you know? We are finally going to play Turbo here to block. Yeah, I don't think I want to take 36 damage, even if I'm blocking some of it. Let's see. So our max block here is 12 plus 10 is 22. If we take 36 over 22, then we're taking 14 health damage, puts us at 9. Upgrades all the burns, and leaves him at 11. Actually, yeah, we might as well be greedy, right? Your health total never matters less than at the end of the act. Um, So what's the deal for end of act healing? You heal for like 75% of your missing health. I have to look this up, sorry. Slay the Spire wiki. How does this even work? I'm gonna look up the Ascension level that reduces your healing at the end of acts. Okay, so it's 75% of missing health. Okay, so if we take 14, we go to 9, then we're missing 60 health. 75% of 60 is some number. 60 is evenly divisible by 4, 15 times. So we would heal for 45. We'd go from 9 to 54. 54 seems fine for next act. But we're not guaranteed to get Hand to Greed next turn. I guess next turn is not super scary though, especially since we can play the burns. Yeah, all we have to do is play 1 strike to kill him next turn. Alright, I'm doing it. We could just play the strike now, and then we're cruise control killing him next turn. I don't really want to cruise control kill him next turn. I'll give myself that option next turn. Aha! Hand of Greed. We did it. Oh, I totally forgot about the meat on the bone healing. Whoops. Not a huge deal. Second Echo Form, Core Surge, or Buffer. I think it's pretty clearly second Echo Form. Echo Forms are surprisingly good with each other. If you can end up playing... Okay, so if you have an Echo Form in your deck, you're playing an Echo Form deck, right? Like, definitionally. But also, like, if you have an Echo Form, you pick lots of cards that are good with Echo Form. So having a second Echo Form both gives you redundancy, so that you can play your Echo Form on average earlier in the fight. But also, it lets you play the Echo Form with Echo Form, so you get 3 copies of Echo Form, and then things start getting pretty insane. So I think we'll take the second Echo Form here. Core Surge is good with Bias Cog. We don't have Bias Cog. Buffer is... Honestly, like, I really appreciate that the card Buffer exists. It's, like, really important for defect power potions to be like, oh no, I'm dying right now. Maybe I can find a Buffer. But I almost never pick it. Like, putting a Buffer in your deck doesn't feel correct ever. I don't understand why Buffer doesn't cost 1. Like, playing 2 for that effect is just so horrible. Like, as a card in your deck. As a randomly generated resource, it's amazing, right? Because it costs 0 when you randomly generate it. Okay, so we don't have any eggs. Oh wait, eggs don't matter for this one, sorry. Astrolabe, get rid of some strikes. We do have Nunchaku, so getting rid of strikes is not a pure win. We've gotten most of the upgrades that we care about, so picking Fusion Hammer is probably really good here. Getting extra energy is really important, because we're an Echo Form deck. We have 2 copies of Echo Form, and like a Recycle and a Turbo, for Christ's sakes. So we definitely need the energy. Astrolabe can actually get us energy. It could get us like a double energy, or a Turbo, or a Recycle. All of those cards that we already have, or were offered. It's pretty unlikely though. That's like 3 cards out of the like 80 that Defect has access to, so pretty low chance. Although we do get to roll that dice 3 times. And the outcomes are generally good, right? We get rid of all 3 strikes. That would actually put us in a position where the only attack left in the deck is the Claw, so Nunchaku is just only getting procced by Claw. So I think Astrolabe's probably not good. Not as good as Fusion Hammer, at least. So it's really between Slaver's Color and Fusion Hammer, I think. And I think we need Fusion Hammer. Hallway fights are surprisingly dangerous. So while Slaver's Color seems really good, it's like there's no downside, and it's an energy relic. There is actually a downside, which is the opportunity cost of not picking Fusion Hammer right now. And Fusion Hammer does have a downside, which is meaningful. But not that hard to play around. Okay, so what card could we get that would be like, oh man, we really need an upgrade on this card? Recycle is really important to get upgraded, but we already have an upgraded recycle. Cool-headed. Cool-headed really needs an upgrade, and we would like a cool-headed. Cool-headed is also a common, so there's a decent chance that we just get offered an upgraded copy of it at some point. Let's see what else. How are we killing people? I feel like most of the damage to Hexaghost was just strikes. Is it Claw? I think it's just like defrag, right? Okay, so if we get unupgraded defrags, that would be kind of bad, right? Because defrags are much better upgraded. But unupgraded glaciers are fine. Yeah, I think we'll just take Fusion Hammer. Alright. Champion. Okay. We could go to a shop. We don't have a ton of money, but we have enough to make it happen. Transform could give us 3 costs, that's correct. But we'd have to be living in the best timeline for that to happen, so I'm not sure if that's the case. We want to gobble up those Act 2 question marks. Those are really good. Bites or Apparitions would both be really good for this deck. Echo Form with Apparitions is insane, and Bites with Defect are just really good. Lots of Defect decks are kind of like dirtly decks that require some setup, so getting Bites means that you can dirtle for a little while, take a bunch of damage, and then heal back up. Although I keep trying to do that and then failing, so maybe it's not actually that good. But I'm going to continue thinking it's good. Probably go to this elite. Gives us a shot at doing 2 in the act. Or we could go to a late shop. It doesn't look like 3 in the act is a possibility. All the elites are clustered early and parallel with each other. Or horizontally similar. I don't know. Yeah. Yeah, in fact, the only way to get 2 is if this guy's the second one. So the first one has to be one of these 2, and this guy's got a fire in front of him, so why wouldn't you choose him? An avocado would like a word. We can't break his armor in really any way. Equilibrium and Defend are happening. I guess Zap too. Doesn't really do anything. No Echo Form, which is surprising because we have 2 Echo Forms. Turbo with a massive hand here. We got to save 1 card with Equilibrium, and we drew 3 extra ones with Centennial Puzzle. So Turbo and Recycle have got some work to do. Defrag is always happening, I think. And so is Glacier. It seems like Hand of Greed should probably happen. Alright, so we're turboing or recycling to make all those things happen. Currently blocking for 8 plus 5, that's 13. He's hitting for 14. I'm pretty okay taking 1. So I think we just recycle a Defend and then play Hand of Greed so we can avoid the Void. We could recycle a Defend and then play Turbo and then play all the cards. That does end up with 1 extra energy, which feels kind of wasteful. Oh wait, it actually ends up with 2 extra energy because of the Nunchaku. So we could recycle a Defend and then Hand of Greed and Strike. Which is neat. Oh wait, no we can't. We only get the extra energy if we play both attacks. Might be kind of hard to play Echo Form next turn. Defend Echo Form is probably what we end up doing. Alright. I forgot these Defends only block for 3. Yeah, I don't think I want the Void bad enough to play it here. 6 damage, 1 armor, 1 plated armor damage. Let's see, actually we do quite a bit of damage. It's 6 plus 20, so 26. So maybe we're trying to set him up for Hand of Greed with Echo Form. Yeah, I guess dual cast here is pretty good, huh? Okay, fine. If I play the Strike, we proc Nunchaku. I think I'd rather proc it now than on the turn we play, whatchamacallit? Hand of Greed? So, yeah. Alright. Yep, sure enough, Defend Echo Form is getting played. We just take 1, so not a big deal. Can I get a double Hand of Greed? No. Right, we'll play double Echo Form, so that's neat. And then this is always happening. We've currently blocked for 18, so we've taken 3. We could use the Swift Pot. We have a 40% chance of finding a new potion here, and Swift Pot's definitely the worst of the 2. Has a 3 out of 11 chance of drawing Hand of Greed. Hand of Greed's actually not lethal right now, because I already played a couple of cards. If I just played the Echo Form and then turboed, then I could turbo it. But now I've already played 2 cards, so if I play turbo and then Hand of Greed, Hand of Greed doesn't get copied. So I guess I'll wait. Now that I've already messed up. Okay. Hand of Greed should be lethal, right? Yeah. Give me the money. Force Field can be really strong. It's kind of it's only good late in the fight though, because early in the fight it's too expensive to play. I think we're really looking for stuff that like helps us set up, rather than stuff that is good once we've been set up. So I don't think we're picking Force Field. We just want another Glacier, really, for the block card. Second Turbo is an option. I don't think it's probably good. I do like decks that have a lot of redundancy. So having 2 Turbos, 2 Echo Forms is kind of neat in that way. We have the Recycle and a Turbo, so we've got 2 Energy Manipulators and 2 Echo Forms. I don't think we need a 3rd Energy Manipulator. I don't know what we're doing with Darkness. If we get it upgraded and we play it with Echo Form, it's pretty neat. You get 2 Dark Orbs and upgrade both, upgrade the first one twice. But I think it's not better than Skip here. Okay. Ooh, hey, we can get 275 gold and then immediately go to a shop and get rid of the Regret. That's pretty amazing. It doesn't take much to push me into the shop here with 250 gold. I was not planning on going to it, but hey, if you're going to throw it at me, I'll take it. Alright. There's a defrag, unupgraded, and we are going to be unable to upgrade it. So that's a concern. Prismatic Shard. Echo Form and other classes cards. How does that work? We could like Echo Form a Shockwave or something. That'd be really fun. Echo Forming like a Wraith form or something. Yikes. Eat healthier to prevent coronavirus. Yeah, that's exactly how viruses work. They're not like tiny little maniacal machines that don't care about anything. They're just like little health measurements. That's why they work just as well on bats as on people. Alright, we have 500 money, and I'm prone to forgetting to remove curses from my deck, so I'm just going to do that now before I forget. We could buy a Dark Shackles. That's the sort of effect that Defect doesn't always have access to, where you can cheese bosses. Champ is one of those bosses you can cheese. He gets a bunch of strength in phase 1, and then you take it away before he starts phase 2. Generally, you don't really want Champ to be attacking in phase 2, though, so the value of Dark Shackles is a little bit questionable. But we have 430 gold, so we should spend on something. The defrag is probably happening. Consume could happen. The loudest cat in the world could probably happen. Oh no, you've been picked up. What do you think we should do with this shock coconut? I think claw's probably not good. It doesn't end up scaling super well. Oh, you're just gonna rub your face on me, huh? That's pretty nice. He stopped attaching to my glove. We could get a little bit more energy manipulation in the form of a sundial. We could buy a sundial and a prismatic shard. Dual wield. Yeah. That is definitely a card. It's an ironclad card, so it's a little bit tough to get, but we do have prismatic shard available, so it's not impossible. Boy, it's really tough to figure out if prismatic shard is good, right? You can do lots of silly broken things, but like we have like most of the stuff we're doing is focus based, right? We're doing like defrag glacier stuff. So if we take prismatic shard, we end up diluting the pool of possible focus cards with all the other class stuff. So we're like way less likely to find more defrags. So I'm pretty skeptical of prismatic shard. We could end up doing really silly stuff though. Like prismatic shard decks kind of have their own thing going, right? And like because of the fusion hammer, like maybe we don't want more defrags. Like I'm looking at this defrag and I'm like, gain 1 focus. It's kind of meh. I mean, yes, they were bad. We have a much better start here, though, right? It's we're in really good shape compared to those ones because we got starting. We got a Niao bonus, and we're in Act 2. Most of those ones didn't make it to Act 2. I think it's probably just like consume and sundial, like defrag, not prismatic shard. The problem with consume is we need a way to get orb slots, and we don't currently have one. I guess need is a little bit of a strong word there. We don't need it, but it would be very helpful to get like a capacitor or something. Yes, corruption, and then play Hand of Greed a million times. I like it. We do have medical kit, so like. If we have a plan that involves exhausting the whole deck, like, it's going to be a good plan. Yeah, actually, you know, Ironclad cards are pretty good with like, Recycle and Medical Kit. We do some exhaust synergy stuff. But again, like I was saying about the focus, right? Like, if you get cards from every class, then that means that you have a quarter as many cards from the specific class you want. So if we're trying to pivot to like an exhaust ironclad, that's like a pretty card-intensive build. Like you need to find like a Dark Embrace and Feel No Pain and you know, Fiend Fire or something, right? And like finding all of those is not going to happen, right? Because it's Act 2, and we've got Prismatic Shard. So like the clock is ticking here. All right, let's just do this. All right. Always playing Claw, and always playing Hand of Greed. Dual Cast Strike gets him pretty close to dead, although he's going to generate a bunch of block here. I think getting the Frost Orbs is pretty important. So let's do that. All right. Well, I think this is the time when we play the whole hand, right? This is what Turbo's in the deck to do. I guess that only saved 3 life, huh? Maybe that was not worth the, whatever. We could double consume and eat both of our Frost Orbs. We could double zap and then single consume. And then this Frost Orb would block for 6. This one would evoke and block for 7. Blocking for 13 total. Plus 3, so blocking for 16. Except for 22. I think that's going to be our max block. I guess actually max block is draw into defrag and play it twice. We don't have lethal, right? Max damage is probably double consume zap strike, which would make this do 14 and that do 9. So that's a total of 23 plus 6, 29. Yeah, not close. Off by 30. Alright, I think I like double zap, consume defend. Alright, double defrag is good here. Let's do that. And, okay, so we're blocking for 8, 3 more blocks out, or we could equilibrium. I think we'll equilibrium strike. And then just hold all these. Why not? Okay, we got ourselves a void. We could consume one of our 2 remaining orb slots to make this Frost Orb block for more. Seems a bit sketchy. We could double claw. So this blocks for 8. These all block for 9 if we play all of them. 8 plus 9 is 17. He's hitting for 22, so we take 5. Which doesn't make me feel too great. Prefer to take 0. Our half health point where Meat on the Bone turns on is 34. So if we go to 34 and then heal for 12, we go to 46. So as long as we stay above 46, it's not a good idea to intentionally tank our health. But we're generally going to be hovering in that 34 to 46 range, ideally, getting some Meat on the Bone value. Okay, I think we are going to double claw. Trying to set up for a double Hand of Greed next turn. And then triple defend. We'll just play this like that. There's the Hand of Greed, that's lethal. First one's lethal, didn't even need the Echo form. Storm Plus, huh? It comes pre-upgraded, which is nice because we have Fusion Hammer. But it also comes in our starting hand, which is a little bit awkward. I think no. We do have quite a bit of focus now with the 2 copies of Defrag and the Consume. So things that make Lightning Orbs are nice. Plus I do like playing Storm and then playing Echo Form and then playing Defrag twice. That ends up doing quite a bit of damage, usually. But I think we'll pass on it here. We take Charge Battery. It's energy manipulation with a double Echo Form deck. Seems good. We don't have a ton of block. We've just got the Glacier and the Equilibrium, mainly. Yeah, I think Equilibrium could use a little bit of backup. So let's do that. Duplication Potion is way better than all these, so let's get rid of a Swift Pot. Ooh, Snecko. Pretty good in the Snecko fight, generally. play these two cards. Probably should play the dual cast in case I get consumed this turn, but that didn't happen. So Turbo and Recycle are both amazingly bad right now. I guess we could recycle the Turbo, which would be mono-neutral. Sometimes Turbo is good in a Snecko situation, though, and Recycle the same. Bit of a waste of an Unshock proc, but we need to get some damage in before we start trying to set up Echo Form and Hand of Greed. Speaking of which, Echo Form is happening, Charge Battery is always happening. Currently blocking for 13, so we're not too afraid of the 2 damage. We're mostly afraid of the vulnerable that's about to happen. Oh wait, we're already vulnerable. Never mind. We're afraid of continuing to be vulnerable, I suppose. Okay, so we can double Echo Form, double Defrag. Which is neat. Ends up blocking for 6 plus 8. So 14. So we take 13 damage. It's quite a bit. It's going to put us into our, kind of awkwardly, into our meat on the bone range. But it's not going to, like, put us to whatever that magic number is. The, sorry, I can't remember what it is. The number is 34. So 34 is 14 health below where we currently are. So if we block for, what did I say? It was 6 plus 8 is 14. And take 13 damage. We want to take 14 damage, so that's kind of an awkward number. We could Echo Form Defend, which blocks for more, so we'd end up blocking for 6 plus 10, 16. We take 11, which means that maybe later we'd be able to take a little bit of damage in the fight to get Echo Form online. But ideally we could block for like 7 instead of 8. We could fit a Consume in there, huh? Echo Form Consume doesn't block out at all, which is probably not correct. Yeah, our hand is too expensive to, like, play something without Echo Forming. Okay, so what if we play double Defrag and then single Consume, and we don't play Echo Form? Okay, so then we'd go up 4 focus, but only one of the Frost Orbs would proc. So this one would block for 7, and we take 20. That procs... whatchamacallit? Didn't I say I wanted to take 7? No, sorry, I wanted to take 7. I don't want to... No, wait. Because this defrag was blocking for 8, and I was saying that was too much. Oh, right, because it's blocking for 7, but it's taking away 3 blocks, so it's actually blocking for 4 relative to defrag. 4 less than whatever. The bases of the number systems are different, because Consume takes away some of the baseline. Yeah, I've talked about Echo Form Defrag a bunch. I'm still trying to figure it out. So Echo Form Defrag is really awkward because it leaves me 1 above the meat on the bone threshold. So I don't particularly like it. I'm trying to figure out a different way. This hits for 8, he goes to 60. That's above Hand of Greed's max damage. Although it's actually not, right? Because we could draw Strike Hand of Greed and then double Strike, double Hand of Greed. Yeah, I want to take more damage. What about, like, double defend, consume? What does that do? Okay, so if we double defend, we block for 20, and then consume, and we end up blocking for a total of 25, and we take 2? That's way too low. Yeah, we want to take exactly 14 damage. So if we're getting rid of 1 Frost Orb, the remaining Frost Orb would have to block for 13, which means we'd have to get 10 focus, which is clearly impossible. It's actually not impossible. We could Duplication Potion Defrag. Duplication Potion double Defrag Consume does block for the perfect amount. But then we're not developing a second and third proc of Echo Form, so we can't strike Hand of Greed next turn. All right, I don't think there's a better line than Echo Form Defrag. It's not amazing, but... okay, so now we just need to see if we can take one. So we're currently blocking for 14, he's hitting for 15, so that's great. We will leave that exact situation alone and not block at all. Thank you so much, Math. I appreciate it. Alright. Okay, so now we can, like, double Glacier, recycle a dual cast, and charge battery or something. Double Glacier might just block out by itself, though. So we end up blocking for 21 with retained Frost Orbs, 7 with this, so it's 28. Yeah, that blocks out by itself. Okay. I guess I'll play double Zap first. Wait, that doesn't kill him, does it? We end up evoking 3 Lightning Orbs for 39 damage, so it puts him at 5. We don't really need to do any damage. Double-handed greed is... oh wait, it might not currently be lethal because we're weak. So I'll double Zap, double Glacier. Okay, come at me, Snecko Boy. Okay. We're leaving Sundial in a bad place, but there's nothing we can do about that. Alright. Barrage is nice. But we already have trouble getting enough orb slots, so I don't think Barrage is gonna be good. Force Field, again, is good later in the fight. Not good for setting up, which is, I think, what we're primarily having trouble with. Loop is also good once you've been set up. Loop tends to be really good with focus scaling decks, though, particularly with Consume. So I will take a Loop. I wish it was upgraded, though. Maybe I don't want an unupgraded Loop. Loop kind of gives you an extra orb slot. Gives you an extra copy of the front orb slot, sort of. It's just, I'm not going to be able to upgrade it, and Loop is, like, you really want to get an upgrade on it. So we're actually going to skip it. Yeah, okay. Fear Pot is worse than both of these. This one can do anything and is amazing. This one blocks for us in an emergency and helps us set up Echo Form. This one just, like, helps us do extra claw damage. Okay. We're gonna go here. I think we feel pretty okay not resting. But I guess the alternative is just to recall, because we can't smith, so I guess I'll rest. We do get full value out of it. Okay. Some gremlins decided to greet us. Looks like they are going to proc our Centennial Puzzle. It's probably just Consume, Defrag, Defend here. I don't think I mind that too much. A little bit spooky to not kill a gremlin on turn 1, especially when he is blocking. Yeah, we're getting hit for a bunch now. Echo Form, Hand of Greed kills one. So let's go ahead and turbo that out. I guess we can dual cast, or I guess we could. Maybe we want to charge better defend. Taking 43. And that would be blocking for 12. Let's see what's in the skill pot. Might be Glacier. Equilibrium's pretty good, though. Okay, so now we're blocking for 12 plus 13 is 25. Still taking quite a bit of damage. But it should be survivable now. Also, get to keep defrag for dual casting next turn. Alright, so we probably want to dual Echo Form the Echo Form. So we can do like double Echo Form, double defrag. I want to play double Glacier, but I guess it's not necessary. Yeah, I think this is the most important part. These two. Alright, so now we can do whatever we want. Double Defend blocks out. and then like recycle a defend, play a zap. Alright, got a lot of focus. Can't currently block. Double equilibrium is nice. Probably want to kill him too. He's got 25 health. We can do 18 with 3 strikes. 18 plus 3 is lethal for him, which is a good amount. A good, like, the numbers are very efficient, but we kind of want to play Claw twice, which throws a wrinkle into it. So double Claw does 3 plus 5, which is 8 damage. So that would put him at. He's at 25 right now, minus 8 is 17. So we'd still need to triple strike him. Wait, how does this work? He's at 25. If he takes... yeah, so we have to double claw him and triple strike him. So it's like double claw, double strike, double equilibrium. And then we've got 1 energy left for the last strike. And then we don't need to play turbo. And we get to save it for next turn. That ends up with us taking 42 damage and dying, so probably not super good. Oh wait, we're double equilibrium, so it's 42 minus 26. Which is survivable, I suppose. We're already duplicating everything important, so I guess there's no point in playing Duplication Potion. Alright. I've made a math error, and now my strike isn't doing enough damage. So I'd have to double strike if I want to guarantee it, or I could just let a lightning orb kill him, hopefully. If the lightning orb doesn't hit him, we die. It's a 25% chance. We could double play both things with a duplication pot. Unfortunately, duplication pot is really strong, so it seems bad to just use it for 19 health. But I suppose 19 health is quite a bit. Well, wait, we shouldn't think about it as 19 health. We should think about it as preventing a 25% chance of losing the run. Yeah, let's take a chance. It should work. Oh no! Okay. Well. I'm still not sure if that was a good chance to take, right? It seems wrong to risk a run on a sort of random fight, but that's correct. If we'd use our 3 echo for me things on double strike, double equilibrium, then he would have died, and we wouldn't have had to take a chance. So that was clearly we took the incorrect line through that fight for sure. But I wanted to get the double claw, and I did the math wrong. So this run died to a math error, which is embarrassing, but you know, whatever. Didn't seem like we were doing great in the run anyway. But if we'd survived that one and rested here, I think we would have had a decent shot. Kind of rare, because this run, it was a greed run, and I didn't die trying to get greedy. I like came into that fight at max health and didn't do anything risky and still died. We just took too long to get set up and didn't have enough frost orbs. I think we got offered a cool-headed and decided we wanted to wait for a cool-head plus or something. We also just drew poorly in that fight. We really need the Glacier. Glacier was like our main source of block, and it was in the bottom of the deck. But yeah, dying to a math error, not great.